Okay guys, today I have another Space Engineers video for you, but unfortunately after I went through the trouble of doing an elaborate intro and everything and recording all the voiceover for it, the voiceover didn't actually work throughout the entire video. So I now have a video with no audio to it. So I'm not the happiest of people at the moment, as you can probably tell. But anyway, we will continue on with the audio on the video. So at the moment I'm walking through the officers' quarters. You've got 12 officers on the ship altogether. You've got 2 in each room and there's 6 rooms altogether, 3 on each side of the ship because the ship is mirrored on either side. The ship itself is called Bertha because it's big and it's ugly and it's brutal, as you see later on in the second video that I'm making, because I'm going to split this up into 2 because it's very long and it's quite a big ship. So yeah, I'm going to walk down from the officers' quarters now and we're going to head up to the bridge. So now we're at the bridge. This is actually one of the biggest bridges that I've actually built for one of my ships because I had the space to do it and I thought a big ship needs to have quite a big command bridge for it as well. So as you can see, there's windows going all the way around the outside, around the edge. That's to give you a good field of view all the way around. There's also windows around at the top as well, because you need to be able to see all the way around. It's got the metal bar around it as well, because when you're getting fired upon, usually your bridge is the first thing to be attacked. So you want to have that fairly well protected, but you can't have no field of view out of it. So I think I've got a good mixture of both, which I'm hoping works well. If it doesn't, then there's nothing I can do about it because it will involve changing the entire front of the ship. Now, because the bridge is most of the front of the ship, and it makes the design flow for the rest of it. But yeah, that's the bridge. You've got the pilot seat on the left, and then you've got the gunner's seat on the right. Which are the 2 front seats. The reason why I've got a gunner's seat you will be able to tell quite soon. So that's the bridge, and I cannot remember where we're going to go next, so let's go and find out because it will be an adventure. So I decided to go to the bit just behind the bridge because obviously that's logical to do it in. We've got 2 massive screens because I thought they'd just fill out the ship a little bit more, and obviously if you've got people on the ship doing nothing, you can't just have them sitting there chatting because they get very bored. So I thought 2 big televisions, you know, they can see what's going on, they can put something else on, and you know, it can entertain people who are on the ship waiting, because this is a transporter ship and you mainly have troops on, so you don't want them sitting there thinking about, you know, that's going to come and the fact that they might possibly die, which is why I've got quite a few plants around the ship and stuff like that, you know, just to brighten it up a little bit. It's got an open floor plan as well, quite an open floor plan, because I wanted to make sure that there was more than enough room for people to walk around without bumping into each other. So let's go down to the canteen next, which is happening right now, so I don't need to cut anyway, so this is good. The canteen's big enough for pretty much everyone on the ship. The officers do eat in the canteen as well. That's the difference with this, because usually on ships the officers eat somewhere else. So yeah, slightly different in that respect, but there you go. So right here we've got a small executive landing bay for the officers and other private people who are going to be coming onto the ship as a visitor, because this is quite a nice one, so it gives them an open place to come in, land the private shuttle, walk down and walk up to the bridge, and then the shuttle just automatically just takes off again, because that's not designed for parking, that's just for dropping executives off. So down here we've got the crew quarters. Now there are more crew quarters than there are officers' quarters for obvious reasons. Once again, it's just 2 beds in each room, but they have also got a shower in there, unlike the officers, which I really should have thought about, but you know, never mind. The officers have special beds that shower them automatically, let's just say that. I can't remember how many crew members you can actually fit in the showers. Sorry, not in the showers, in the crew quarters altogether. But it is a lot more than the officers. And at the end of each corridor, because once again it's mirrored on either side, there is a toilet, which I'm going to show you now, I think. Yes, I am. It's just a little toilet in there by itself. I couldn't fit a sink in, unfortunately, so it was just a toilet. Further down into the ship, past the crew quarters, we've got a small recreational area where people can sit down and write letters or go on the computer, which is what those desks are for. and then obviously they've got other bits of games and stuff and little places to sit down and talk and little machines to get a snack from and other things like that. So this is just a place where they can come and relax and have a bit of fun after a long day. And once again, just off the crew quarters, we have a small changing area for the pilots and troops who are going to be dropped off in the dropships or something like that. Upstairs from the change rooms we have a small little command bridge for the air traffic control area. It's got a massive glass dome, well, a glass dome over the top, so then you can see ships that are taking off and landing back into the landing bay, which is right next to it. The reason why I put this in the centre of the ship is because it gives it more protection, as well as making it harder for people to actually land in the ship while it's moving, which you don't want people to do if you're in a dog fight or anything like that, because obviously then they'll get in and board your ship. The ship can hold 8 landing craft altogether, which I haven't actually designed to fit into the bays yet, because it's quite difficult to get a landing craft to fit in those small bays, but I did try to make it as compact. And now we're walking to the engine room of the ship. I've made this separate to everything else because obviously on a real life ship you don't have nuclear reactors near your crew and everything like that. So we've got some small cargo containers because I couldn't remember the name of what they were, so I'm just going to skip forward here. We also have some lockers for like tools and stuff. We also have an extraction fan at the top there to keep this place nice and cool. There's also some others on the roof. Going down here we've got 4 cargo containers to connect the bottom reactors together, so then you can put uranium in and stuff like that. The bottom reactors are on a separate system to the top reactors. That's so if you run out of uranium in one set, you won't run out of uranium in the other set, which is a small idea that I had so that you wouldn't run out of uranium all at once. We've also got a small battery bank here. We've got, if I actually continue, we've got a small control area for the nuclear reactors, which, skip ahead, further down the bottom we've got more gyroscopes and stuff like that. These are the cargo containers to put things further up in the top reactors as well. Then up here we've got a larger battery bank. The idea behind the battery is just that if you run out of uranium in all the reactors, these will be fully charged up and you can turn off all the engines. You can boost up your antenna engine and stuff and then wait for help, so that all your life support systems and things stay online until the crew is rescued or they bring more uranium or something like that. Up here we've just got a small cargo room with another gravity generator just to make sure that there's gravity throughout the whole ship. So that's it for part 2, and I shall see you in the next one. Cheers.